Islamic State militants are advancing on the Syrian town of Kobane, where they are battling Kurdish fighters. The clashes are visible from Turkey, where some protesters have stormed a border fence to go to defend the town. Earlier, the US said it had destroyed 4 tanks and damaged another during a 4th night of bombardments in Syria. The UK Parliament has voted to conduct airstrikes against IS in Iraq, while Belgium and Denmark have also announced they will take part in the operation. IS controls much of northeastern Syria and earlier this year seized swathes of territory in neighboring Iraq, including the second city, Mosul. Some European leaders are wary of bombing Syria, as the government there has not asked for foreign assistance against IS, unlike Iraq. Jump media player. Media player help. Out of media player. Press enter to return or tab to continue. Mark Lowen joined villagers on the Turkey-Syria border cheering the fight against IS. IS fighters have besieged Kobane, leading some 140,000 people to flee into Turkey over the past week. However, some on Friday tried to return to help stem the militants' advance and Turkish forces fired tear gas and water cannon to stop them. During the fighting for Kobane, at least 2 shells landed on Turkish territory, witnesses said. One man watching the battle from the Turkish side of the border asked why airstrikes were not being conducted to defend the town, which has a population of some 400,000. Where is America? Where is England? Why are people not helping? A villager called Ali told Reuters news agency. Speaking at the Pentagon on Friday, U.S. Armed Forces Chief Gen Martin Dempsey said the air campaign had damaged Islamic State but would not be enough to defeat it. He said a political solution and a ground campaign would both be needed in Iraq and Syria. Gen Dempsey said that a force of up to 15,000 fighters, to be drawn from Syria's moderate opposition, would be needed on the ground in Syria. He said there was no need for that force to include U.S. troops. In fact, ideally for the kind of issues we are confronting there, the only truly effective force that will actually be able to reject ISIL, from within its own population is a force comprised of Iraqis and Kurds and moderate Syrian opposition, he said. Psychopathic terrorists. After 7 hours of debate, British MPs overwhelmingly voted in favour of airstrikes, and 6 RAF tornadoes could be called into action over the weekend. Prime Minister David Cameron told MPs, "This is about psychopathic terrorists that are trying to kill us, and we do have to realise that, whether we like it or not, they have already declared war on us." Denmark's government has agreed to send 7 F-16s, while Belgian lawmakers said they would send 6. White House spokesman Josh Earnest welcomed the strong support for the coalition showed by its European allies. More than 40 countries, including several from the Middle East, have offered to join in, U.S. officials say. Map showing areas hit by US-led airstrikes against Islamic State militants in Iraq and Syria, September 26, 2014. U.S. strikes. The latest U.S. strikes were carried out by both fighter jets and drones. The tanks were destroyed in the oil-rich Deir al-Zur province, the U.S. Department of Defense said in a statement. It also said strikes in Iraq had destroyed 9 IS vehicles and damaged others. UK-based activist group the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, which monitors the conflict in Syria, said the number of casualties was unclear. Recent airstrikes have been targeting oil facilities under IS control in both countries in order to reduce its income. The militant group is earning an estimated $2 million, £1.2 million, a day from oil sales. IS has killed 3 Western hostages in recent weeks. On Thursday, the European Union's anti-terrorism chief told the BBC that about 3,000 Europeans had gone to join armed Islamist groups in the region.